I guess my question is, does Gran Turismo 7 actually need some sort of launch edition or potentially a collector's edition? And then what would that entail? Typically, you think of a collector's edition has some sort of statue or replica for the game. So I doubt they're going to be mailing me a car. So would we get like a steering wheel or a little matchbox car of something or a little diorama of a racetrack? Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get none of those. What we are going to get, though, is two editions that have just been announced on the PlayStation blog. As with all of my videos, I will post a link to this in the description below. So feel free to check it out for yourself. This just came out this morning. And we now have a release date for Gran Turismo 7. That was last week at the PlayStation Showcase. So we're starting to get a little bit more information about the game. And they have announced a special launch edition of the game. Now, launch editions of games, just as a quick aside, is not something that is new. We have seen this on many, many games. And in most cases, the launch edition is the edition. So if you go out and buy a game that is a couple years old and it's still in the original wrapping, it may say day one edition on it. Call of Duty is notorious for this. We've seen this on the Assassin's Creed series as well. Although Assassin's Creed is now transitioned into their bronze, silver, gold, platinum type collector editions. But PlayStation is sticking to this older model of these kind of launch edition games. That's why I think you're going to be able to get this much after the release, should you choose to. But they want to build up hype, right? They want you to be excited for the game. I mean, I'm excited for the game. I think a lot of people are. Gran Turismo definitely holds a place in many of our hearts as kind of the definitive racing experience, at least for a very long time. You may argue that Forza has kind of taken over, although Forza seems to have gone more the way of the arcade element. We're getting more into arcade racing, as where Gran Turismo was always more about the actual driving simulation. And I think back to my original edition that I got on my PS1 and I want to say it was 80 plus page instruction book, which included driving techniques and understanding how to take a turn and how to accelerate and when to shift and everything. They've always been about simulation. It is in the basically the subtitle of the game. So, Gran Turismo 7, the real driving simulator, is a launch edition which includes 3 cars and a credits in the game, $100,000. Now, I don't know if 100,000 credits is great or not. I'm trying to think back to the older Gran Turismos, and I feel like when you're getting into kind of end game, I think most everybody probably had that really cool Mitsubishi Eclipse that had like 8 billion horsepower. They couldn't turn it all, but went really fast in a straight line. I feel like that was probably like maybe 7 or 800,000 credits to kit out. So I feel like 100,000 is going to get you at least pretty far into the game, at least get you started. But for the one person who has to have it all, at least as much as they could offer, they are offering the 25th anniversary edition of Gran Turismo 7, which includes a bit more. You're going to get the PlayStation 5 game disc and a PlayStation 4 digital version via a voucher code. This has caused a lot of controversy. You know, PlayStation has made a very clear, definitive stance that the PlayStation 5 games will cost more than PlayStation 4 games. So this is a continuation of that. If you want to get this on PlayStation 4, you're going to get a digital code. And if you don't have a PS5, you're going to take the disc. And I guess just hold on to it until a day comes when you're ready to use it. If you're like me and you have it for you have a PlayStation 5, then you're not going to utilize the voucher code. So it's kind of a catch-all collector edition in that sense. It includes the same 3 cars, but they have added a 4th here, this blue Toyota GR Yaris. They're also going to be giving away 1 million more credits, so 1.1 million in credits. You're going to get 30 different partner avatars, which include various pictures of cars. I assume car logos. Maybe like the Ford logo could be your avatar, or some of the car avatars look pretty neat. I'm a big fan of avatars. You know, we don't really get, just as a brief aside, we don't get much customization when it comes to PlayStation games anymore. I'm sorry, the OS, particularly PS5. They've taken away our themes. They've taken away folders, so we don't get much. So you get an avatar, and that's kind of like your identity. So I'll take an avatar, sure. It also comes with the official soundtrack, which, as far as I can tell, is a voucher code. I cannot seem to find anywhere that clearly defines if it is a CD or not. I know a lot of you people don't care about this, but I do. I drive a 2007 Dodge Ram. It still has a CD player, still works. I love my old girl. So I have in my center console just all the collector CDs I've ever amassed. So I was just listening to Dark Souls 3 soundtrack the other night on my way to get some groceries. The other day I was listening to Star Fox, back when Nintendo did soundtracks for the Smash Brothers editions. So I like CDs. Yes, I know you can make your own CDs, although most people don't even have optical drives anymore, which is understandable why they're actually getting away from this. But it would be cool if they did. I'll just say that. So unclear on that. So quick breakdown of the two versions here. And I gotta say, this is cool. I kind of wanted more. I don't know what I would have wanted. I guess that's what makes me think, like, do I really want some sort of collector edition that has some physical item? And again, what would that physical item be? I don't know. I'm trying to think in the history of Forza or Project Gotham Racing, some of the other big racers that kind of made a splash when they launched. I don't believe they offered collector editions either. I don't think there was any physical stuff. Now, I know that I do have the Forza console from Xbox. They released that really cool launch console. I guess Sony's not ready to commit to limited edition PlayStation consoles yet. It would be nice if they did. I feel like Gran Turismo, God of War for sure are kind of pillar franchises that I could absolutely see having some sort of limited edition console with them. Kind of like what Xbox is doing with the Series X and Halo Infinite. But unfortunately, that is not the case, at least yet. I mean, there is still time. I kind of feel like if they were going to start teasing some of this stuff or announcing it, they probably would have already done so, because we're into pre-order season now and we are within that 6-month window. We've already announced these 2 editions, and you'd think if there was some 3rd edition or some other fancy controller or something to go along with it, we would have seen it. But alas, there is not. So if you are interested in all things Gran Turismo, do yourself a favor and click on that link below. It'll take you to the official PlayStation blog, which will take you to PlayStation Direct. I will note that their description does say that it will be available at retail as well. So I fully expect you'll be able to pick these up at your favorite big box store, or you could buy it directly from PlayStation. I've bought a lot of stuff from them in the past, and I've had 0 issues. So actually that not Forza. Now you got me thinking Forza. The Horizon Zero Dawn Collector Edition, actually, I picked up from PlayStation Direct. So that's it for me today, guys. If you're a fan, you know what to do in the comments and the subscription button below. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.